In the Kingdom of Sweet Fairies, the famous magical cake contest took place every year. And Gliss, the naughtiest fairy, was determined to bake the biggest cake of all time. "Let's make history," Gliss said to her friends. Clarion, the kitchen fairy, and Bella, the decoration fairy. Full of enthusiasm, they began to work. Clarion prepared the batter using cloud flour and moonlight milk. Bella brought crystalline fruits from magical trees and created a sparkling filling. Gliss, excited, decided to add lots of magical yeast, thinking, the more, the better. When they placed the cake in the enchanted oven, it began to rise quickly. "Wow, it's working!" Gliss celebrated. But the cake didn't stop growing. It spilled out of the oven, took over the kitchen, and before they realized it, boom! The cake exploded, scattering cream, fruits, and frosting all over the kingdom. At first, all the fairies were speechless. But soon, they started laughing when they saw their wings covered in cream and pieces of cake hanging from their crowns. Gliss shouted, "This turned into a cake party!" And that's exactly what happened. The fairies began to play, throwing pieces of cake at each other. Even the Sugar Queen, who arrived to see the disaster, ended up laughing and joining the fun. In the end, Gliss's cake didn't win the contest, but it earned a special prize: the most fun cake in history. And from that day on, the Kingdom of Sweet Fairies celebrates the Giant Cake Festival, where all the fairies play, laugh, and make a mess with magical cakes. In a charming village, surrounded by lush green mountains and bathed by the shores of a bright blue lake, lived Sophia, a curious and energetic girl. She loved running through the flower-filled fields, building sandcastles, and most of all, playing by the crystal-clear lake. The lake was her favorite place in the world. One sunny morning, while skipping stones across the water, Sophia noticed something different. A soft light danced on the waves, and suddenly a shimmering figure appeared. It was Maris, the water fairy, with glowing wings and a warm smile. "Hello, Sophia," said Maris. "Water is very special, but it needs your help to stay beautiful and pure." Intrigued, Sophia stepped closer. "How can I help?" she asked, her eyes shining with curiosity. Maris reached out her hand and, in the blink of an eye, took Sophia on a magical journey to the future. They arrived in a village much like Sophia's, but the lake was dry, the plants were withered, and the air felt heavy. The children could no longer play, and the animals looked sad. "What happened here?" Sophia asked, alarmed. "People wasted the water and forgot to take care of it," Maris explained. "But you can change that." Back in her village, Sophia was determined. With enthusiasm, she gathered her friends and explained what she had seen. They created colorful posters, taught the adults to turn off the tap while brushing their teeth, reuse rainwater, and take care of the plants responsibly. Soon, the entire village was engaged. One day, Maris reappeared and said, "I am very proud of you, Sophia. Small actions make a big difference." Sophia, with a satisfied smile, knew that small actions could save the future. And so she became a true guardian of the water, inspiring everyone to take care of this precious resource. After all, every drop counts. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Olivia who loved sweets. She only wanted to eat candies, lollipops, and chocolates, but never fruits or vegetables. One day, while walking in the park, she found a magical door among the trees. Curious, she stepped inside and discovered the Sweet Dreams Factory, a bright place full of colors and delicious smells. The owner of the factory, Fairy Honey, welcomed Olivia with a smile. "Here, we make magical desserts with fruits and vegetables. Would you like to see?" Olivia wrinkled her nose but agreed. The first stop was the enchanted apple machine. Fairy Honey placed an apple inside, and with a wave of her wand, it transformed into apple cinnamon cupcakes. Olivia tasted one and found it delicious. Next, they visited the Lake of Shining Grapes. When the grapes were dipped into the lake, they turned into refreshing purple popsicles. "How tasty!" Olivia exclaimed, surprised. Finally, they arrived at the Garden of Dancing Strawberries. Fairy Honey mixed strawberries and yogurt, creating a pink mousse. Olivia ate it all and realized that fruits could be just as delicious as regular sweets. Fairy Honey explained, "Healthy eating can be fun and tasty. Fruits and vegetables have the power to make us strong and happy." Back home, Olivia asked her mother to help her make the recipes from the Sweet Dreams factory. Soon, she loved not only sweets but also the new healthy flavors. And so, Olivia learned that it's possible to have a sweet and magical diet full of color and health. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy named Wendy, with shimmering wings and a warm smile. She lived in an enchanted forest, where she helped children understand their feelings using magical jars. One day, Wendy found little Alice sitting under a tree, looking sad. "What's wrong, Alice?" Wendy asked, gently landing beside her. "I don't know, Fairy Wendy. I'm sad, but sometimes I also feel angry or scared, and I don't know what to do with all these feelings," Alice explained softly. Wendy then opened her small pouch and took out 4 magical jars, 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 red, and 1 purple. These jars hold emotions. The yellow jar is for joy. When you feel happy, you can imagine this jar filling with golden light. Wendy showed the glowing jar. The blue one is for sadness. When you're feeling sad, you can open the jar and imagine the sadness leaving as tiny raindrops. Alice nodded, curious. The red jar is for anger. When you feel angry, you can blow into it and watch the red color calm down, like a fire slowly fading away. And the purple jar is for fear. It shines like stars to remind you that you are brave, Wendy explained. Alice took the jars and smiled. "So, I can feel all these emotions and store each one in its special jar?" she asked. "Yes, feeling is important. We don't need to hide our feelings, but we can learn to understand and care for each one," Wendy replied kindly. From that day on, Alice used her magical jars whenever she felt a strong emotion. And little by little, she learned to express herself better, feeling lighter and happier.